Hi, Mr. Tapiri. I'm Cooper, student physiotherapist, and this is Anushka, also a student physiotherapist. And today we're here to do a physio training session with you. So what that's going to involve is, firstly, we're going to position you into side lying, and then my friend Anushka will give you some deep breaths just to really help get some more oxygen and gas going into that lung. And then what I'll do is get use your big top and hopefully suction out some of those secretions that's been troubling you. Does that sound all okay? Yeah. And I've checked your parameters and everything seems stable, oxygen looking good, heart rate looking good, and blood pressure looking good as well, so we're good to go. And in terms of contraindication, we came up with head down tilt as a contraindication, which we won't be performing today, and some other precautions such as the head, which I'm sure will help stabilise as well. Okay, Mr. Tapiri, so we're going to start the treatment session. What that's going to involve first is getting you into the left side line, just so that we can really target that right line there, and we'll help you do that. So we're just going to take your sheets down to help you move into that position better. Yeah, so just putting your sheets down. And now what we'll do is I'm going to bend this knee up first so that it helps us just bring you into side lying. So that knee's there. And then I'll move this arm across your chest there as well. And what I'll be doing is holding onto your shoulder and then your hip, and my friend Anushka will stabilise your head and the airway. And on the count of 3, we'll move you into side lying. So 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Yeah. And then my friend Anushka will place a pillow behind you. And then now we're going to lower you, Mr. Tapiri. Perfect. And I'll just straighten up your leg here. Yep. And the patient looks comfortable. Blood pressure hasn't dropped, oxygen levels have not dropped, and heart rate's looking pretty good as well. So we're good to move on. Okay, Mr. Tapiri, before we move on to the next component of the treatment, just so you're more comfortable, we're going to move the bed sheets back up. So bed sheets are coming up. And now for the big deep breaths, I'll hand it over to my colleague Anushka, who will help me do the treatment.
So, Mr. Tapiri, the next step involves me is using this manual hyperinflation to give you some nice deep breaths, which is going to bring in some more oxygen down to your lungs, so which is going to help you breathe a little bit better. Does that sound okay to you? Yeah? Alright. So I have checked your physiological parameters and they look all fine. Your blood pressure and oxygen level is going good. So I'm just going to now check if this manual hyperinflation is working fine. I just and we'll put it down to 14. So it's working fine. Okay, Mr. Tapiri, now I'm going to attach this machine to your I'm now taking off the ventilator. Can I ask you to now just hold on to
I'll just be stabilising your airway here, Mr. Tapiri, and my friend will give you some nice big deep breaths.
Okay, Mr. Tapiri, so now I'm going to give you some nice deep breaths.
Just open up the oxygen. So the oxygen will go up now.
And I'm coming in now. 1, 2, hold, and rapid release. And 1, 2, hold, rapid release. Okay, Mr. Tapiri, I can see that your blood pressure and oxygen level is at optimal level. So I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 more of those reps, and before we can remove some of the secretion out of your lungs. Okay? So here we go again. Release. 1, 2, hold.
And yeah, the patient's looking pretty good and fine and comfortable.
And now the last one. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, well done, Mr. Tapiri. So,
And now I'm going to just take off this manual hyperinflation and attach you back with the ventilator. And then I'll hand you over to my colleague Kubra, who will do the secretion for you.
So now you're going to be attached back on the ventilator, Mr. Tapiri. There you go. Well done, Mr. Tapiri. So now, Mr. Tapiri, what I'll be doing, now that we got in some nice big deep breaths in there, what I'm going to do is hopefully give you a big cough and suction out some of the secretions that are stuck in your lungs, okay? Does that sound okay? Now what I'm going to do is just check that the circuit is working all fine. So I'll just check the pressure level, that it's below 20. Yeah, and that's perfectly under 20, Mr. Tapiri. Before I start, I'm just going to have a look at your vital signs. Your heart rate looks fine, oxygen looks fine, and blood pressure looks all well and fine. So now what I'm going to do, Mr. Tapiri, is I'm going to stabilize the airway. And then now just a big cough coming your way, Mr. Tapiri. Some big cough. I'm just going to continue this until I feel some pressure. There you go. I'm going to pull out a bit and now suction out those secretions, Mr. Tapiri. Yeah, looks like we've got some secretions. And your vitals look all well and fine. So I know I didn't get the amount that I'm looking for, so we're just going to do that one more time. So one more big cough coming your way, Mr. Tapiri, and then hopefully we'll give you some more of those big deep breaths. So one more cough, Mr. Tapiri. And then I pull, and then I suction out those secretions that's been troubling you. Okay. And I'll turn the suction off and check that all your vital signs are fine. Everything looks well and you look nice and comfortable. So now I'll just hand over to my colleague who's going to give us some more deep breaths again, just so that we can get more oxygen into those lungs, okay?
Okay, Mr. Tapiri, because you did well in the previous manual hyperinflation session, we're just going to go ahead and do more of those deep breaths so you can get some more oxygen down to your lungs, okay? I'm just going to now take you off the ventilator and attach the manual hyperinflation.
And I'll turn up the oxygen to 14, Mr. Tapiri.
Yes, the only one. Oh no, it's not.
I'll stabilize the airway as well.
So now, same as before, now some big deep breaths are coming in.
You look well and comfortable, Mr. Tapiri.
And your heart rate, blood pressure, and oxygen levels is also looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 more of those. And rapid release. 2 hold and rapid release. The last one coming in. Hold.
Okay, well done, Mr. Tapiri.
And I can see that your blood pressure, heart rate, and oxygen are in stable condition. So we're going to go ahead and do the last suctioning part for you. Okay? So now, can I just ask you to close the oxygen? And now I'm going to just take this manual hyperinflation on, and I'll put you back to your ventilator again. Okay? Now I'll hand you over to Kubra, who will do some more suctioning to clear up those secretion up here.
Okay, Mr. Tapiri, now that you had some more deep breaths, I'm just going to go in and suction out whatever's left. So I'm just checking your vitals, and they look all fine, and you look all well and comfortable. So I'll just check the pressures again, open the pressure. Checking the pressures under 20, Mr. Tapiri, and that looks perfect. Okay, Mr. Tapiri, now again, I'm just going to stabilize your airway, and now a big cough's coming again. So big cough, Mr. Tapiri. I'm just coming in to get those secretions. I'm just going to pull up a bit and now suction out those secretions. Yeah, so we've got some moderate amount of secretion, so hopefully that you look all fine and vitals look fine. So we're going to do one more, Mr. Tapiri, so one last big cough before we're finished. So that's coming in again, Mr. Tapiri. And pull up a bit and now suction out those secretions that's left. Looks all fine. Are you feeling okay, Mr. Tapiri? Yeah, you look fine. And then the vitals look good as well. So I'm just going to take off this suction. Okay, Mr. Tapiri, one last thing is I'm just going to suction out those secretions that's left in your mouth so you're more comfortable. So I'll just open the pressure again up to where it was before, under 20, and that looks well and fine. So now I'm just going to come into your mouth and just get whatever secretion is left in your mouth. Yeah. And that seems all fine. Vitals looking well. Take that off and I'll wash this after.
Mr. Tapiri, the treatment was very effective and I can see that your vitals are optimal levels, and now I know that you're comfortable in this position, so I'll leave you in this position for as long as you can tolerate, and I'll let the nursing staff also know if you need to move to a different position, and we'll be back in the afternoon to give you another session.
Yep, you responded well today, so we'll be back this afternoon, Mr. Tapiri, so thank you and see you later.